How's it? Today is Saturday, July 19th, and it's Big Saturday, I guess. Today was today was okay. Lots of, mental challenges in the last few days in the last week. But um I guess today was a mental win, and in technical terms, it was also a little bit better than last week. So that's a good sign. I went up to snatch. I snatched 95, no misses, and then I clean and jerked 120. I was initially planning to do 125 today, but that was simply not in the cards. You'll see. I am a cross country runner on that clean and jerk. After that, I did my snatch deadlifts. Just like last week, I was unable to do 150, but 140 was okay. And then my front squats, just like last week, I was unable to do 140. But the silver lining is that I actually made 130, which is a weight that I straight up did not attempt last week, so it was okay. And that was the reason why today was better than last week. Um, my snatches were, honestly, my warm ups were pretty good. I feel like a lot of what I was trying to do this week was trying to just make the lifts and I guess get through everything in a way that felt like I was, I don't know, competent. More than competent. I wanted to just feel like I could do what I set out to do. And I guess from a mental standpoint, that is what today was, right? Here's my set at 90. A little ballerina there on the toes for the catch, but that was okay. And then 95 here was the heaviest I lifted, of course. No misses. These actually, as I'm looking at them again, they are very like. Oh, well, let's take a pause here. And what is this? um, yeah, I wanted to try to do 100 today, but I got to the weights and I was just like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. So I grabbed the bar and I was like, okay, I'm here, and I didn't even want to stand up with that. So that is kind of where we are for that, and it's okay. I live to fight another day, right? But yeah, like the snatches were very. They felt like I was just trying my best to pull myself under the bar, which kind of essentially is what was happening. In contrast to the way I'm cleaning there on this 100, I'm getting the bar as high as I can and then getting under the bar afterwards. For my snatches, I was more like, oh shit, get under the bar as quick as I can. And then that is kind of what happened. And so that's why I'm a little bit forward for some of them, because I don't let the extension develop. Here's my 120 jerk. And again, like I said, I'm a cross country runner. I'm barely on the screen there. Um, I feel like that's still a make. I don't think that was a press out or anything. But that was my indication that I was not going to be able to do 125. I was like, no shot. My clean was actually really good on that. And then that meant, like, I don't know, it gave me a weird sense of, like, dissatisfaction, unsatisfactory, because historically I've been very good at the jerk, but lately, last week I think I did the same thing. I ran off of the platform, or if not ran off the platform, I missed my jerk and then I ran off the platform, something like that. And clearly, history says that I can do the jerks better than the cleans, but it's might be shifting in a way that, like, everything is just hard, and now the jerk is impossible too. Yeah. I mentioned this earlier. I missed 140. Missed 150, but I did make 140. At this point in the lift in the session, I'm thinking, what's why is today, like, how is today going to be different than last week? How is today going to be better than last week? And if I did 150, I would have been very, very, very happy. But clearly, I was unable to do it, and yeah, it sucks. It sucks to be here, um, losing the motivation that I once had, losing the drive to be better and to make lifts more and to lift heavier and all these things, because I don't know where I can move and what I can change and things like that that will give me the fire that I once had, that will reignite the fire that I once had. Here's my 130 front squat. This is a weight that I just did not attempt last week, so that was my consolation. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that today's better than last week. In the case that I cannot do 140, I'm gonna make sure that I can do 130 beforehand. And I'm like thinking right now, like, oh, at least I did the 130, right? At least I was smart enough to make the decision to give myself the win, you know, even though it's a half win, but give myself the win on that in that situation. So, yeah, man, it's been a very, very, very hard few weeks, and I don't know if it's going to turn around anytime soon, but we'll see. Hopefully I can figure something out for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.